So you are on a date, okay? You're leaning for a hug and you go your separate ways. But he can still smell you on him hours later. That is the strength or the power of perfumes. Guys, I'm gonna comb my hair. I'm seeing, what do you call this? I don't know what it's called. I'm not a hair specialist, but like spikes. You know when you have your hair and then the spikes in there. Anyway, so I have a previous video that talks about animalistic and beast mode perfumes, which they are my favorite. So I'm gonna continue. I wanted to continue this series of long-lasting fragrances, in-your-face fragrances. Like I've always said, I love a good girly girl fragrance, but I'm not peony or jasmine or florals or flowery type of fragrance girl. I love heavy scent profiles. I love heavy fragrances. Give me all the leather fragrances. Give me all the oud fragrances, the sandalwood. Give me it. The incense fragrances, the tea fragrances. I want all of it. So today, I feel like my lighting is a little off. So I'm going to try to see what I can do my ring light here. So today we're going to be focusing on some more beast mode fragrances that will last on your skin for hours and if not for days. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this video. So the prices on these fragrances will vary. We're going to go from like mid-range to expensive to cheap. And I said in the last video, and I'll say in this one as well, the price of a fragrance does not guarantee the effectiveness, does not guarantee the quality of the fragrance, and does not guarantee the longevity of the fragrance. If you're new into fragrances, just put this at the back of your head. So many things make up a fragrance, so many things, but the price is not it. Sometimes the price is justified in some of these fragrances, but not all the time. So if you are a floral person, if you don't like strong fragrances, if you like mild fragrances that it just doesn't smell too strong, I'll give you a few seconds to log out. Just go. This video is not for you. So if they have gone, now let's get to it. All right. So the first one here is, this is a classic. This is the Chanel number 5. Now, Chanel number 5, like I said, it's a classic, guys. The lights on my phone keeps playing with me. It's a classic, and people have always, quickly attributed Chanel number 5 to like, oh, you smell like grandma or something, which I don't share. I do not share that thought process. I think Chanel number 5 is a very, very good fragrance. Is it strong? Absolutely, it is very strong. Chanel has that base, that DNA of powdery scents. So they always have that powdery DNA in all of their fragrances. And Chanel number 5 really embellishes that. And this is one of the oldest perfumes by Coco Chanel. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this was her first perfume. If I'm correct, please correct me in the comment section, because I don't want to get historical facts wrong when I could have just easily researched it, but I don't want to do that in the middle of this video. So Chanel number 5 is very long lasting. You will get a good 7 to 8 hours from this. If you don't like something very strong, do not use too many pumps. I love the aesthetic of the Chanel bottles, the Chanel flacons. They're very sexy, they're timeless, they're elegant. So yeah, this is nice. It's in the high 100s. It should be about 160 or something of that sort, but it's in the high $100 as well. You can get this at either a Sephora or an Ulta, or you can get it off the Chanel website, or you can just get it online. But this is a very good powdery, musky fragrance that it never, ever, ever goes out of style. People will try to make you feel like, oh, old people wear it. That is not true. It's a really good fragrance that I personally love. So let's move on. Let's stay in the Chanel brand, the Chanel house. And the next one is called Coco. That's it. That's the name. It's called Coco. And this is eau de parfum. So there is eau de parfum, there's eau de toilette, there's eau de cologne, there's extrait de parfum. So the strongest is extrait de parfum. That lasts long, long, long. They enhance all the ingredients, but that's for a different video. So Coco, I have the smaller version of this one. This is a travel size. Coco is so strong. I actually think the scent is stronger than Chanel number 5. Coco is very, very enhanced. It still has that base powdery musky DNA scent in it that most Chanel perfumes has. I think some of these fragrances contain patchouli and musk. Most of them contain musk. I absolutely love Coco. I will always just throw this into my purse. Chanel is so classy. If you're a Chanel girl, I love you already. Chanel is so classy. Anything Chanel count me in is classy, is timeless. Look at the aesthetic of that bottle. Isn't that chic? Like, isn't that pretty? Look at that. I absolutely love it. They do, the bottles do something to me, okay? I can talk about Chanel all day, but let's move on. And we're gonna move, the next one will be on the cheaper end, and this is a Middle Eastern brand. Now, guys, a lot of people are sleeping on Middle Eastern fragrances. I have been buying Middle Eastern fragrances for more than 10 years. But the fragrance community, I'm glad that they are finally breaking into the Middle Eastern market, because there are hidden gems in there that people just don't know of. And I'm so glad that people are finally starting to exploit the Middle Eastern fragrances. A lot of the houses create very, very close dupes. The dupes are like 99% the same. So just go out there, do some research, and grab you some Middle Eastern fragrances. You get a bang for your buck. They last longer, they're stronger, the performance is out of this world, and they are cost effective, they're very affordable. And speaking of affordable, strong animalistic fragrances, we are going to talk about Swiss Arabian Seik Sheila. This is Seik Sheila. This is a strong fragrance. Oh my god, I love this fragrance. It has that strong spicy scent to it. It almost has a little bit of leathery incensey vibe to it. I love the black bottle that it has and this little gemstone right on top of it. If you spray this, you will have a good 6 to 7 hours of longevity. This was about $30, but the performance and the scent is out of this world. You can get this on eBay, you can get this on Amazon. Watch out for the fakes, but this is a really, really good fragrance that I absolutely love. It has my heart, and they will smell you before you even get there, okay? And the next one that we're going to look at is from a designer house, and this is Jimmy Choo I Want Oud. So Jimmy Choo I Want Oud, this is what it looks like. This is very expensive. It's in the high $200. I bought it at the Jimmy Choo store in Scottsdale Mall, Arizona. So the scent in this, the oud is just oozing out of this fragrance. I love argan wood. I love oud. Oud has my heart. Anything that has oud, I feel like I'm in love. I love this fragrance. It's beautiful. It's sexy. This is a very grown woman fragrance. If you're a minimalist, you love girly girl florals, don't even look at the direction of this fragrance, because this will choke you, this will suffocate you if you don't have a seasoned nostril for strong fragrances. This is a beautiful fragrance. It works very well for the cold, winter time. I, for one, I don't care about the weather when it comes to perfumes. I wear whatever I want to wear, whenever I want to wear it. But when it comes to this particular perfume, I will advise you, when it's hot outside, if you want to wear it, do not wear too much of it. Every strong perfume, when it's hot outside, you can still wear it. but just don't wear too much of it because it's hot, you might be sweaty, and the perfume works over time. It's a lot more pungent, so you want to be careful with that. But this is amazing. The oud, it just kills me, and I'm sure that this has some patchouli in it as well. I can really smell it. Now, if you have sensitive nostrils, do not even try to go for this fragrance because you will be nauseous and you'll probably be nauseous the whole day or have a headache. But for us who love strong fragrances, get you some of this and thank me later, okay? The next one here is from Tiziana, the house of Tiziana Terenzi, and this is Lilipur. Lilipur. I don't know. Yeah, but oh my God, this it has a leather scent in it, guys. I'm not big on notes. I see people reading notes. I'm not big on notes. I'm just gonna tell you how I think it smells and what I can identify it with. This smells so nice. This smells like your favorite management person in the office. That is what this smells like. Isn't this bottle lovely? The cap on this bottle has, it looks like leather. That's very, very fine leather right there. And then the bottle itself, it's gold. It's amazing. A lot of people know Tiziana Terenzi from their most famous perfume, Kirky, which is, I don't know if it's Kiki or Kirky, which is identical to Zurge of Eba Pura. So if you have Eba Pura, do not bother buying Tiziana Terenzi Kirky. I wish someone told me that before I went and got it. But this is Lilipur. It smells so good. It is very, very strong. They will smell you. Oh, baby, they will smell you from a mile away. It's so luxurious. You will smell rich. You smell like royalty. You smell upscale. You will smell opulent and elegant when you spray this perfume. So the next one on the list is also quite pricey. It's in the high $200. I don't know if it's 300 or 200, but in between that. And that is Nishane, and it's Annie by Nishane. This this is a unisex fragrance, but I personally think it leans a lot towards the ladies. It leans a lot towards the ladies than the men. I love Annie. Annie is a gorgeous profile. It has a gorgeous scent profile. Look at the color. Look at that bottle. Isn't it beautiful? Nishane, and people call it Nishane. It's not Nishane. It's Nishane. Nishane makes really good fragrances. I have their 100 Silent Ways. I have their Oolong Cha. I'm not a big fan of Oolong Cha. A lot of people were raving about Oolong Cha in the fragrance community. I bought it. I'm not feeling the Oolong Cha, so I might give it as a gift to someone that I know. I probably will, but I'm just not feeling Oolong Cha like that. But this one right here, I actually love it more than 100 Silent Ways. 100 Silent Ways is very girly and floral, but this one has my heart. It has some leather in there. It almost has a little bit of incense and some tea notes. I love this fragrance, and the longevity on this is amazing. It's not as strong as the others. The longevity, it doesn't last as long as the others. It doesn't last days or anything, but you get a good 6 hours on this fragrance right here. 6-7 hours, you get it. Okay, and last but not the least, which I think is the cheapest on this list, is a perfume by Happy Land. Is called Paisley Dreams. So I discovered this perfume here on YouTube from another YouTuber, and I have fallen in love with this fragrance. I was watching a fragrance YouTuber called Greta, and she has. I'll tell you this about the fragrance community on YouTube. A lot of them don't have good noses. They don't. A lot of American fragrance YouTubers do not have good noses, so I do not watch them. I watch European content creators for fragrance. I watch European fragrance content creators channels. They have the best, because Europe has the best fragrances. Americans do not know the first thing about fragrances. Their noses are very unseasoned. When I watch American YouTubers talk about fragrances, I cringe because they just don't know fragrances like that. But Greta has a very seasoned nose. That is why I love her and I watch her channel all the time. So she put everyone on to Paisley Dreams by Happy Land. This is such, sorry guys, I kicked my tripod. This is such a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. It is very strong. This is about $25, and for $25 I was amazed. I have stocked up. I have like 6 of this because I didn't even want it to go out. And I think she also has a coupon code. I don't know what it is, but when I find it, or you can just go to her YouTube and comment there and ask her for a coupon code. Tell her I sent you. This is a beautiful fragrance. It says it's unisex, but I don't think so. But I can see how it could easily be unisex. Actually, I think it could very much be unisex, even though the label and everything is very girly. You see the lady with the hats and the fascinator on the hat. So is that a fascinator or a hat? I don't know. But yeah, this is so good. I don't know how to explain this, but the juice, you can see that I have put a dent in this perfume because I use it a lot. You can see it's almost in the middle because I use it a lot. It's one of those perfumes that I layer it with almost everything, and sometimes you don't even need to layer it. You can use it on its own and it will just outdo every other person in the room. Gorgeous fragrance. And again, do not listen to American YouTubers when they talk about fragrance. I strongly believe they don't know the first thing about fragrances. There are a few people that I listen to this. Greta is one of them, and Jackie Aina is another person, because I also noticed that her nose is very seasoned and she travels a lot, so she knows a lot about fragrances. The fragrances that she chooses, when I hear her talk about it, I was like, that's someone that knows about fragrances. You can tell people that know fragrances, people that don't, and they just jump on the trend. And these 2 ladies that I mentioned, they know their fragrances, okay? Because they know the Beast Mode fragrances. They know the fragrances that are out of this world with very different scent profiles. A lot of fragrances turn to smell the same. Floral fragrances, especially designer fragrances. I'm not a huge fan of designer fragrances, except it's like, wow. Like Coco Chanel, wow, okay? But most of the designer fragrances, they almost kind of smell the same, so not a big fan. All right, so I'm glad you stuck to the end of this video. Let me know in the comments if you've used any of these fragrances and what you think about them, and also let me know any other long-lasting fragrances that you've used and you'd like me to try in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down there and you'll be notified anytime I drop a video. Bye.